Hi guys, what's going on? It's your boy Jay here. Live Vape and Chill. LVC Reviews, Vape Finder Reviewer. What's going on? I've got another review for you today. It's the third and final installment of RevTech Mods, and this is the GTS. Woo. I'm looking forward to this one. I really am. So yes, usual scenario. I'm going to take you down low. We're going to have a little look, go through like what's in the box and whatnot, and then we're going to go through the menus and have a look at the screen and the build quality and stuff like that. Then we're going to come back up top. I'm going to put the tanks and dripper on it that I was testing from the previous two mods. So we're going to keep it universal. We're going to keep it conformed. We're going to be using the TFE12 Prince tank. We're going to be using the Bonza RDA, and then I'm going to be using my Vandy Vape Berserker mouth to lung RTA, and then I'm going to give you my final verdict. So without further ado, let's go down to the bottom and let's have a look, shall we? So here we are down the bottom. We are looking at the Rev GTS, a 230 watt mod on this one. Same sort of design in the box as what we've had going through. Again, it's the Venom 1.1 chip. You've got all the relevant information. Rev GTS, the Rev GTS 230 watt box mod. It's in red. Tells you the contents of the box. Also, it tells you the specifications of the mod, the usual safety and certificate and passport labeling on there. You've got the barcode, you've got the batch number. Also, you have RevTech's, the importer's address there, and the manufacturer's details there. Plus, you also have the RevTech focus social media there: Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So without further ado, let's get in. Oh, we've got the scratch and sniff on the top there with the QR code. So let's take off the sleeve. There we go. Same again. Bonnet style. Is that magnetic? No, I don't know. So we've got the bonnet style flap on the box. Open up the bonnet. This is what we have under the hood. Again, we have got the jelly RevTech keyring, again with no keychain. I don't know why they do that, but hey. We've got the user manual. Tells you all everything that you need to know in the user manual. Very clean, very detailed in what you need to know there. Then we have the mod. Oh, I'm liking the look of this one. Also in the box underneath, as before, we have quite a thick, nice USB-C USB charging wire and firmware upgrade wire. So yes, with the firmware updates, I'm sure like there's different features and different stuff with the firmware, different dashboards and stuff like that, if you want to call them dashboards. So that's that. Now let's get this mod out. Let's have a look, shall we? Again, this mod is a dual 18650 mod. It looks quite nice. I'm liking the glossy feel, chrome effect, nice shiny black bit there. I'm just liking the look of this. I really am. Feels so good.
So good.
Feels quality, feels nice. Big shiny glass or plastic screen. There is only one thing with screens like this though: if it's in and out your pocket and stuff, like they can get scratched real easy. But it's very big and nice and bold. I am liking the look of this one. And again, let's have a look. So we've got the stainless steel ring for the 510. It does sit a little bit proud, only minutely, so when your Atty or your tank sits on there, it's not going to scratch the paintwork. I'm not sure if this I don't know, it looks like it's anodized. Like it could be painted, I could be wrong. But again, let's have a look in the top. Nice throw on the 510 spring, very good. No rattling, no nothing. Feels nice, feels really ergonomic. It's like curved to fit the shape of your hands just there, ever so slightly, but it's enough to notice that it feels comfortable. On the side, you have the firing button at the top, you have the plus and minus to adjust your wattages and to scroll through the menus, and then you have a mode button, menu button, which changes the dash colors, and it also allows you to enter and exit the menu. Charging port down the bottom on its side, different from what I've seen to the other ones. So let's go and have a look at the back. The back door's got this like grippy type, knurly type, bobbly stuff going on. Feels quite nice. So let's open the back door. Oh, underneath here, so oh, we've got the battery vent. I was on the bottom as well, did forget to mention. Here there is a little gap just there where you put your nail in and you pull it out. Wow, door, full metal door. 3 strong magnets on that, very strong magnets on that. So there's your battery tray. Plastic battery tray. A little bit cheap in my opinion, like cheap feeling, but I don't know what's going on with the colour of this thing, but it totally doesn't match with anything else. But anyway, nevertheless, battery ribbon to get your batteries out, spring loaded pins to keep the batteries from rattling. There's a little bit of a bumpy bit there, but I suppose that's where the circuit board and the chip stuff is all sitting, so that's that bit. So without further ado, let's put these batteries in. So there we go, plus that way and then plus that way. That's how good the ribbon works. Ribbon works quite well. So that is in there nice and tight. Good. So let's put these batteries back in. Let's have a little look. So you put them in from the bottom first because it is spring loaded from the bottom. Pow. Turns on. Well, it lets you know that there's life in the batteries. Snap shut. Nice. You can't like knock it off. It's fit lovely and flush all the way around. That is excellent. I'm liking that. You can't grab it, you have to put your finger in the bottom bit that's been cut out for it. That's excellent. Same again, same as previous models, 5 clicks to turn on. There you go, shows up nicely. Ooh, look at that, look at that. I'm liking that, I really am liking that. So, as with the previous models, push and hold the menu button. Goes into the menu, and you use your up and down arrows to scroll it up and down. So in here we have, so you got your temperature mode, select, and then it comes down the bottom. Here we have power, stainless steel, titanium, nickel, and the TCR mode. Let's scroll down to the next menu, which is the bypass mode. Focus, come on, focus for me. So there we go, bypass mode. Do you want it in bypass mode, yes or no? I'm going to select no. That essentially lets it work like a mech, so it's bypassed. All depends on your batteries, depends on what sort of power it's going to be putting out on that though. Then you have the preheat configuration, and then we have color mode. Let's select the color mode. Oh, nice little spray can going on there, and you can change the color mode. So again, the dashboard here is quite accessorizable. so you can change it and accessorize with it according to your drip tips or your O-rings in your tank or anything like that. So I like this feature. There's quite a lot more going on in there. It's very more noticeable than previous models with the little screen, so that's quite good. Let's put it on the white one. So fire button to exit out that menu. Then we have dashboard. So let's have a look in the dashboards. So here there is only 2 dashboards, but there's space for 4, 8, 12. So here there is only 2 dashboards there. I don't know if you can see that. Come on. So there you got A and B, but there's space to put more dashboards across there. So I'm presuming that you can download them through the firmware updates and add more dashboards to it. So let's select the dashboard. Oh, so that's dashboard A or B, and then that's the other dashboard. Okay, so you see where it changes the logo and the bits and bobs in between, where your puff counter is, your battery indicators. I don't know which one I like more. I think I like this one more, just because it's a little bit more power guy. Like, you can see the, I don't know which one I like more, this one or this one. I think I like this one a little bit better, just because I can see what's going on a little bit more with the menu stuff that's going on. So we'll enter out back out of that one, sorry. Brightness mode, no, display mode, sorry. Okay, so it times out 10, 20 or always on. Then we have brightness. Fire that in. Let's have a look at the brightness. Okay, so that actually works quite well. The first 4 or 5 clicks don't really do anything, but yeah, that's quite nice. And back out of that, sorry. Then we have the time settings, so you can adjust your times on there, when idle, on or off. So you can turn it on or off. So you can actually turn the clock on or off on this one. So you can scroll through, and then it gives you the option at the bottom there to turn it on or off. Wow, that's good. So you've got an extra feature. And then we have factory reset. Also, again, push that, and then it tells you the version. So it tells you it's factory reset, then it tells you the version number of the firmware just there, which this one is version 2.0. Okay, so I'm going to select no on this one, back out, and then we have the turn off. So in order to back out the menu, once again, hold the menu button down, backs out. Lovely. There we go. So it looks kind of good now. I am going to just put an old dripper on here, just so you can see the functionality of the dials and such. So top dial, so basically the way in which this works, so around there it tells you 10, 20, 30, 40, all the way up to 230. So that's your wattage. So, and then so your actual watts are just here. So whatever you set this to, it depends, like that determines where this needle is going to stop wattage wise. And then obviously at the bottom you've got your timeout timer, so how long you've been vaping it for. So let's have a quick look. Here we go. Bang. So there, you can see it working there. Lovely. Both needles work. Excellent. On this one I can actually see the menu items and the relative information that I need, I can actually see them better than I could on the previous two models. So there you go. It's actually focusing on this, so it's a 0.38 coil in that, or 0.30 ohms. Puff counter, batteries. So there you go. Power mode. There you go. You can see everything that you need to see. It looks really good. It's decent. So without further ado, let's take this back up to the top, and then we're gonna hit it up and have a little vape on it. So here we are, we're now back at the top. Decent mod, feels nice in your hand. It's got the little concave sides there, so it fits snug. Like your bit of your thumb bit there fits in there, your fingers sort of like fit in there nice. It's the way in which it fits. The trigger button feels nice. On the flip side of it, it's a little bit uncomfortable with your thumb, but in all, it feels nice there. 3 clicks to lock it, 3 clicks to unlock it. There we go. So you can see all the relevant information in there. Now this focuses a lot better than what it did on the other ones, but that dashboard's looking nice. You know, you can accessorize the color of the dash. Really good. It actually feels a lot better quality. It feels nice and heavy compared to the other two that they've released. Like, they've come such a long way, like, with this mod. Like, it just feels ergonomically more comfortable, although it is a bigger mod than the rest and you can't really conceal it as such, but it feels nice, it feels quality. The finish on it feels good. Like I said, with this either glass or perspex screen on there, that's going to be prone to scratching, so you've got to be wary of that. So without further ado, let's see how this one performs. Again, I'm going to put on top the Prince TFE12 with the T10 coil, which is rated from 60 to 120, best between 80 and 110. So let's have a look. We're gonna put this down to 50 watts. Let's see how this goes. Okay, there we go, 50 watts. So let's hit it up and see how it performs. Oh, let me open up the airflow, would help. Still slightly underpowered for the 50 watts. But it seems to be a little bit more true than the other two, the Nitro and the Sport 101. It seems a bit better, more powered, as in more accurate with the power settings. So now let's bump this up. Let's bump this up to 80. And let's see how this performs on 80. There we go, 80 watts. Definitely kicking a little bit better, this one. I still feel it's slightly underpowered for what it is, but it feels a lot more accurate than the previous two. It fits nice, trigger finger, lovely. Placement of the rest of your fingers, great. Feels good to hold, feels weighty, feels quality. Excellent for all you turbo heads out there that love like fast cars and souped up motors and stuff like that, perfect like sort of thing for you. Very gimmicky, very quirky, very good. So without further ado, let's whack on the Bonza. And now this is at 80 watts. Let's see how this performs. So on this I am going to be using iCloud VG. Whoop. Appleberry Crumble. Let's have a go on this, shall we? So I'm just going to keep this at the 80 watts just to see how it performs at the 80 watts on my dripper. This is the Bundles RIDA. It has got some Shane Wiles big boy cores in there, some aliens, and it is ohming in at 0.13. See, I can read it on this one. I can actually read what's going on. $80 watts on the dripper, not too bad if I'm honest. Feels a bit more like 60-ish sort of watts. So now let's whack this up to 100. Let's see how she performs. Alright, so we're on 100 watts. Let's have a look. It feels a bit better. So now let's put this up to 150. I'm going to reduce it and then I'm going to give it a hit and then see. There we go, 150. Let's have a little look. Woo! Nice, nice. So this is 150. Now that hits more like 150 compared to the Nitro. It really does. I'm quite pleasantly surprised. I can't hit it for too long. Powerful. So now let me take it right up to 230. Let me have 1 or 2 hits of it and see how we go. Wow. Feisty. Very, very powerful. Although all these use the same chipset, the configuration obviously must be different within the chipset, because that is just fucking beastie. Now, so I'm going to be a quick hit. It's starting to get a bit warm, I ain't gonna lie. It does feel warm. That's a powerful hit. Whew, vapey. Let's have one more for you. That performs really well. Is getting hot. Like, I can feel a bit where the chips are and that. It is getting, I wouldn't say hot, too hot to touch, but it's getting very warm, to say the least. So now without further ado, let's take this down all the way down and let's put the MTL tank on there and let's have a little look. So I run my MTL tank at about 100. I don't know what I'm on about. I was looking at this, it's counted down from 100 and something. So I hit my MTL tank at 16 watts. So let's have a little look-see and see how this performs. 16 watts. Let me just give this a little wipe over. It's got a bit of splatterness going on. It is relatively warm in the hand, to say the least. But I don't know anyone that's going to be vaping at 230 watts like that. Like, I think my happy medium is it's between, I'd say, it depends what I'm on. Obviously, with my MTL, it's quite relatively low. But on a normal sort of tank, it's probably between about 50 to 80. With a dripper, probably about 70 to 110. All depends on what build I've got going on in there. So yeah, I'm gonna hit this up. This is my MTL Berserker, Vandy Vape Berserker MTL with the extension on there, and the coil is in at 0.65, and I've got it on 16 watts. So let's see how it compares. A little bit slightly underpowered. Let me turn this up to about 20. That's better. So it will run it nicely compared to another mod that I was using before and I've done a comparison with. 16 watts. It's a bit more like 20 watts on here, but that's only a few watts in between, so it's not as accurate as the mod that I've used on a daily, but it's more accurate than the Sport and the Nitro, so it gives out more of an accurate reading. It's more ergonomical in the hands, and yeah, it feels great. It performs a lot better than the other two. I wasn't having high expectations for this, I'm not gonna lie, but it's exceeded them, no doubt. So let's hit you up with the pros and the cons. So pro, screen, big pro for me. I can see what's going on. I can actually read and tell what is actually happening on that screen, and I love it. I can see everything that I need to see. It's great. Obviously, changing the colour, I'm liking that, where you can change the colour and accessorize with your drip tip and your O-rings, like I keep saying. Really good feature on that. And this time you can see it's a lot more of a colour change. Like, there's more going on, obviously, with a bigger screen. Excellent, loving it. Pro, ergonomicness. Feels nice, weighty, quality build feels really good. It fits better in your hand. The fire button feels nice. I'm liking that. Definitely, I'm liking that. Pro, magnet back door, like strong magnets, ribbon to pull it out in the battery tray. Loving it. It's excellent. Like, a lot better than the flippy out thing on the bottom. Loving it. Cons, probably the con for me on this one is going to be that big shiny like Perspex screen. It's going to be easily scratched. That's a con in my eyes, because obviously when you put it in your bag or with your keys and stuff like that, it's going to be liable to scratch easy. Hopefully it doesn't, so we'll see how that one performs. Another con is slightly underpowered, for as in terms of, okay, it's 230 watts, but what I mean, it's slightly underpowered. It's slightly inaccurate with the power rating. Like, so 16 watts, you had to bump it up to 20 watts, so it felt more like 16 watts on another device. You know, 80 watts, it felt a bit more like 70 watts, so on. 150 watts felt a bit more like 120 watts. 230 watts, I don't know what I can compare that to, because I don't hit a mod at 230 watts, but it fucking hit like a train. It did get warm, I'm not going to deny that fact. So overall, I am very pleased with this one. With this RevTech GTS mod, I'm going to give this a very strong and healthy 8.5 out of 10. I'm very pleased with this one, I really am. It's good, I like it. It's a nice weighty device. Would I use it on a daily? yeah, I would, just because I don't know, I just like the gimmicky side of it. It looks quite good. It's different. There's nothing out there like this. So yeah, overall, really impressed. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank RevTech. Thank you very much, guys, for sending out these 3 mods for the review. I've been as honest as I can with the reviews. Obviously, these 2 didn't perform as good as this one here by like a long stretch. This one outperformed them miles, like by miles. It's unbelievable. I'm pleased with this device. I'm happy that like you've got a decent device to be fair, and you know, this one's going to be the one for you guys. It should shine out there. It should be like quite good in the market. There's a placement out there for it. There's not a lot of mods that do this. Well, this is the only mod that I know has got the Rev like designs and the clocks and the speedo things going on. I like it. It's good. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
So yeah, also just to mention that now available on RevTech.com, these mods come as a kit, so they've got tanks on the top. I've had these for a few months now, so I haven't got the kit version, so I've been using my own stuff on there. Obviously there are hardware updates out there, so software updates, sorry. Oh, and an hardware update if you want to say that, because obviously they come with a tank now because they come in kit form. So there is software updates and firmware upgrades. So from what I believe, you can like alter the dashboards. There's a lot more out there. As you see in the menus, there was space for another 10 different dashboards in there. I don't know if you can actually make them yourself and get a program to make your own dashboards and set things up how you want. I'm not too sure about that, but yeah, definitely worth a look at this one. It's not a bad mod at all. It feels quite nice. It feels quite good quality. So without further ado, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. This is Jay, LVC, Live Vape and Chill Reviews, Vape Finder Reviewer. This has been the RevTech GTS mod review. Thank you. Peace out. Vape on, vape happy, most of all, vape safe. Keep it cloudy. Peace.